World Rapid Blitz is coming up. A lot of players are coming to New York. All top players have managed to get their visas. I think Arjun was having some issues, but he's going to make it. This is the last event of the calendar year, and it could create some shifts also in the FIDE circuit, but we're not going to touch upon that. I think Magnus did an interesting classification of his top 5 contenders. Let's try to do that. You are, by the way, among the top 5. Let's try to do that for yourself as well. Who do you see you're coming in the Rapid, I believe, as the 2nd seed, in the Blitz as the 5th seed, obviously very close to the top. Who do you see as your 5 top contenders in the Rapid and in the Blitz? Let's start with the Rapid.
Well, I haven't given it too much thought. So it's kind of important for I mean, it's actually important for the FIDE circuit because Arjun can catch up by winning the FIDE Rapid. There's some like permutations, ties and stuff, but basically with some sort of tie, with clear first, he can absolutely catch up, overtake, I should say. With some sort of tie, then it gets a bit complicated, but he can also do that. In terms of like contenders, I mean, it's not like it's not a very strange thing. I mean, you would just kind of list the best players in the world. Like Magnus would be the favorite in both events by a significant margin over any other individual player, although obviously um, I don't know if I would still consider him a favorite to win either event individually because it's just there's so many players who can potentially win. But he has, for 2 years in a row, managed to win both events, which is kind of unprecedented, completely unprecedented. So that kind of calls into question, like, can we maybe rate him as a 50% or more favorite to win one of the events? Perhaps. I mean, that I don't know what the odds would be, but that's an argument too. Um, Besides Magnus, I think, always Hikaru can play at a very, very high level. Even though in Rapid, I don't think he's been like the most consistent the last few years.
He hasn't. He hasn't been as consistent. We've seen that during the Grand Chess Tour.
Still, I mean, we have some data from from Champions Chess Tour that Jan is in good shape. So also coming off a pretty good tournament, Jan I would put up there for sure. Um, I don't know if I would put Hikaru, but Jan, yeah, definitely. Alireza is a bit of a wild card. Like he can play incredibly well. This year I was very impressed with his play, but he can also not have the best performances sometimes. So I would put him up as like one of the favorites, but I don't know exactly. For me, Wesley's playing, right? Even though he had such a poor performance in the champion, like his probably his worst ever, he is generally very consistent.
He has
So
not
normally I
played.
would put Wesley
He has not
up
played this
there.
event in a very long time, mostly because of, I believe, religious reasons. I believe he just enjoys spending holidays with his family. But right now, since it's stateside and not in Kazakhstan, like 30 hours away, he decided to play in this one. Definitely a very, very dangerous opponent. I would say, especially in Rapid. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but somehow I would find the tournament format probably doesn't favor his chances to win too much. So I don't know if I would put him amongst the favorites.
Okay. Is it because it's too
Um,
long, or?
like tournament, like match format, he's very good because he's really hard to beat, and so if he gets a lead, then he's usually a favorite against everyone. And he also has a clear goal for every match. Obviously, you have to either win or you lose, which usually favors him too because he doesn't have to second guess himself. But tournaments are a different thing. You just have to win as many games as possible. It can be a different type of challenge.
So I think you mentioned Ali Reza, Hikaru,
Alireza Jan, I don't know about
Magnus.
Hikaru, but Hikaru in Blitz for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about that. He's one of the top guys in Blitz. After Magnus, arguably, well, maybe with Alireza, like top two shared with Alireza. Um, but in Rapid, I'm not 100. I mean, I would say he's yeah, like among top 10 most likely to win, but top five, I don't know. Noterbeck, for me, he's inconsistent, but sometimes incredibly powerful for sure. As far as like Levon, I always kind of respect that Levon can, when he turns it on, can like play the best in the world. But in Oslo, he was a bit, I mean, he wasn't playing well. He was very shaky. Hopefully he finds a return to his form because yeah, in Oslo it wasn't good at all.
One question is regarding the Blitz. Obviously, the Rapid has the same format, but the Blitz has a completely different format. I believe it's 13 rounds, and top 8 qualify to a knockout system: quarterfinals, semifinals, finals. How do you feel about the format? What do you think your chances? Do you think it improves your chances? How are you feeling about this change?
I would say it doesn't improve my chances to win. It's probably really good for Magnus, maybe for Hikaru as well. Um, because they're very likely to I mean Magnus, I would be shocked if he doesn't get top eight. Probably also Hikaru. So they're very likely to get top eight. And then in a match format, they probably have better chances than normally. I mean, they have very good chances normally, but probably helps them even further. Um, I don't know. I don't mind the change because I haven't really been close to winning in the past in Blitz. Like in Rapid, I've been close a few times, but in Blitz, I haven't been close. So I would be kind of bullshitting myself if I said like, yeah, I was a huge favorite and now the change, like, I don't mind the change. I'm ready to fight and to try my best. I hope I get good chances in Blitz, but I haven't shown consistency that's necessary to like fight for the top in the past. So hopefully that changes this time.
But
That's kind of
you
my
like the
objective.
change. You like the format change. You think
I
it,
think overall it's not a good change, just for most people, because the thing is, again, although people watch the potential winners the most, there are also a lot of people who just come to play and maybe not with huge chances of winning. But let's say they come from somewhere and it's a long trip to the US, and then they might not even have a chance of playing at some point because they don't get top eight, and then they're just out of it. And then they're just chilling in New York, which is fine, but that's not what they came there for. And I know it's like, okay, it sounds a bit soft. Be like, okay, we have to cater to everyone. I know it's a competition, but still, for the people who just want to have fun, there's a lot of people like that too. Even wild cards, even people like who there's some 2300s, maybe some 2200s, like a lot of people who are just there for the experience. The fact that they just get completely eliminated and don't have anything to do after, and that happens to like 90% of the tournament, or more, is I don't know. That feels a bit strange to me. So for the overall tournament, I would not have changed it. But from a competitive point of view, it's not a bad change.
yeah, I like it. I actually like the change. I'm going to be a little bit of a contrarian in on this one. I believe that having the last day in a knockout format brings excitement from a spectator's point of view, from a television and a broadcasting point of view. I feel the numbers are going to be higher, and I feel the excitement is going to be higher when you see matches. It disincentivizes quick draws in the last round. I think this was a big one, and we've seen the effects of that in the past. We've seen last rounds where everybody makes a draw just to get the price. So I like that. It's only one day, so you've booked your tickets all the way until the 30th. You're going to stay another day in New York if you want. If you don't, and you don't expect that you're going to make the top eight, then you can book your tickets back on the 30th. So I don't feel like that's a huge deal. But yeah, it's an interesting discussion as well. Fabi, as usual, thanks for providing all these insights. See you in New York. Hopefully, Fide, if you listen to this, please approve my media pass. I know you didn't let me
By
play.
the way, I wanted to like mention one more favorite just because I don't want to jinx it, but obviously Arjun we have to mention, right? Because I hope he's not a favorite to win the Rapid, but he is one of the best players in the world, so for sure he has a decent chance, As I mean, nobody has like a super good chance, maybe Magnus, but besides that, nobody else. But Arjun certainly has a decent chance, but I hope not. I mean, I'm obviously I'm not rooting for my direct competitor, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm glad that he got his visa. I feel like it's more climactic and will feel more like whoever wins the circuit then
It's going
is
to be the
deserving.
deserved winner. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Rather
absolutely.
than it would be kind of an anti-climax, and I'm hopefully I'll do well too. And we'll, I mean, it'll be definitely an interesting fight. Like I'm very much looking forward to the tournament. I always enjoy the Rapid Blitz, even if sometimes you crash and burn. There it can happen, but still, it's a very enjoyable and very interesting, probably the most interesting event of the year.
It's always fun. It's always fun. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. The World Rapid Blitz is about to start in New York in just a couple of days, or perhaps tomorrow, depending on when this podcast is going to be posted. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments what you thought about our discussion regarding the FIDE circuit points and the way they are counted, the changes that they're going to try to implement in 2025, whether you agree with that or not, and if you have any other ways that you think this can be improved. Anyway, once again, thank you all for the support that you guys have been showing us for the last couple of months. We've just crossed 80K on YouTube, so keep going. We're not stopping anytime soon. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and help us reach our goals. Thank you very much, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Fabi already mentioned it. We do have an episode with Dubov coming up. We don't know when that will be released, but it's going to be a very exciting one. I can tell you that much. So keep an eye out for that one. Hit the post notification button, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.